Hi, my name is Julius. I'm an authentic ancient Greek, Roman, Biblical, and Byzantine coin and artifact dealer. I operate through my website called trustedcoins.com. Let me show you what you get with every item you purchase. With every item you purchase, it comes complete with a beautiful certificate of authenticity in full color, complete with a lifetime guarantee of authenticity, my signature. I've identified over 28,000 items, so I'm a very big professional in this field. The coin in a professional display case that preserves the coin for generations to come with a short description of the professional description that I have over here, which many cites a major reference or collection where you could point to and research other coins too. And on the reverse, you get the historical context of the item you purchased. So even if you're brand new to this field, you know exactly what you're getting. Plus, it makes a wonderful gift. Here's a gift of history. So this is great. I have over 6,000 items. Today, I'm going to be discussing Brutus and Cassius, the famous assassins of Julius Caesar, and the coin that Augustus later, the first Roman emperor, issued in honor of his victory over Brutus. So here's a portrait of Brutus. This is what he looked like. Brutus. Brutus is known as one of the most famous assassins of Julius Caesar. Now let me show you a coin. After Brutus with his friend Cassius was defeated, Augustus issued a coin from the Greek city of Philippi in Macedonia, where he settled his veteran soldiers celebrating the victory over Brutus and Cassius. You'll notice on this coin is a victory walking left holding a wreath and a palm. Those are symbols of victory. And you see over here it says Vic Avg, so it's victory of Augustus. And on the reverse of the coin, you would have the 3 legionary standards. Legionary standards in the middle, you see over here, and cohort praejo. Pretty much it's the cohorts of Augustus that he featured on the coin, which he settled there later, giving them land. So I have a lot of these wonderful coins. Some of them are in better condition than others, but it's a very historically significant coin because it makes a connection between Augustus, Julius Caesar, Brutus, and Cassius, and the famous battle. Now I'm going to read you the biography of Brutus. This is going to be really interesting. You're going to love this. Marcus Junius Brutus. He lived from about 85 BC to 42 BC, so he was pretty young. Often referred to as Brutus, was a politician of the late Roman Republic. He is best known in modern times for taking a leading role in the assassination of Julius Caesar. He enriched himself by lending money at high rates of interest. Interesting. Julius Caesar accepted him into his inner circle and made him governor of Gaul, which is France nowadays. Around this time, many senators began to fear Caesar's growing power, following his appointment as dictator for life. Brutus was persuaded into joining the conspiracy against Caesar by other senators. Eventually, Brutus decided to move against Caesar. The conspirators planned to carry out their plot on the Ides of March 15th, 44 BC. Caesar was delayed going to the Senate because his wife, Calpurnia Pisonis, tried to convince him not to go. When Caesar finally did come to the Senate, senators attacked him. Upon seeing Brutus with his conspirators, he covered his face with his toga and resigned to his fate. The conspirators attacked in such a number that they wounded one another. After the assassination, the Senate passed an amnesty on the assassins. This amnesty was proposed by Caesar's friend and co-counsel Mark Antony. Nonetheless, uproar among the population caused Brutus and the conspirators to leave Rome. There's a famous speech by Mark Antony. These men are heroes. And the mob just turns on them. It's one of the Julius Caesar plays. You would really like that speech. He did a really good job in the crowd. Nonetheless, so Brutus settled in Crete from 44 to 42 BC. In 43 BC, after Octavian, later known as Augustus, and Mark Antony received his consulship from the Roman Senate, one of his first actions was to have the people that had assassinated Julius Caesar declared murderers and enemies of the state. Brutus and Cassius made 17 legions to go to Rome. Octavian and Mark Antony armies, which together totaled about 19 legions, marched to meet Brutus and Cassius. The two sides met in two engagements known as the Battle of Philippi. The first was fought on 3rd October of 42 BC, in which Brutus defeated Octavian's forces, although Cassius was defeated by Mark Antony's forces. The second engagement was fought on October 23rd, 42 BC, and ended in Brutus's defeat. Brutus then committed suicide. Now let me read you the history of Cassius. That is going to be interesting too, because there was two of them. So two legions, pretty much equal forces, battled it out in Philippi. Gaius Cassius Longinus, he lived from about before 85 BC to April 20th, 42 BC, was a Roman senator, a leading instigator of the plot to kill Julius Caesar, and the brother-in-law of Marcus Antonius Brutus. He was married to Junia Tertula, who was the daughter of Servilia Caepionis, and thus half-sister of his co-conspirator Brutus. Cassius exercised a long and serious interest in philosophy. In 50 BC, civil war was about to break out between Julius Caesar and Gnaeus Pompeius Maximus, Pompey the Great. Caesar made Cassius a legate, employing him in the Alexandrian war against the Pharnaces, whom Cassius had hoped to join after Pompey's defeat at Pharsalus. However, Cassius refused to join in the fight against Cato and Scipio in Africa, choosing instead to retire to Rome. Cassius was the moving spirit in the plot against Caesar. Brutus was their leader. On the Ides of March of 44 BC, Cassius struck Caesar in the face. Though they succeeded in assassinating Julius Caesar, the celebration was short-lived, as Mark Antony seized power and turned the public against them. Cassius sacked Rhodes, while Brutus did the same to Lycia. They regrouped the following year in Sardis, where their armies proclaimed them imperator. Pretty much emperor. So, yeah, let's kill one tyrant to become another tyrant. Fantastic. They crossed the Hellespont, marched through Thrace, and encamped near Philippi in Macedon, where I have coins from. Gaius Julius Caesar Octavian, later known as Augustus, and Mark Antony soon arrived, and they were forced into a pair of battles by Antony, collectively known as the Battle of Philippi. Brutus was successful against Octavian and took his camp. Cassius was defeated and overrun by Antony. Cassius, unaware of Brutus' victory, gave up everything as lost and ordered his freedman Pindarus to kill him. So later, Augustus pretty much issued the coin that I said earlier. You would search my store for Brutus, just type in the keyword Brutus, and this coin should come up by visiting my site, trustedcoins.com. History is exciting. Own a piece of it for generations to come. This is the way to truly appreciate it. Thank you very much.